you know. And one of the things that I got to mention too is I think people take for granted what knowledge of self is. And it's really a exponential growth process. You know, the average person grows in a linear fashion, incrementally, because for the most part they're going through the motions that are simply on autopilot. You know, they're not really thinking critically for themselves, and they're being easily led. You know, they may have a job, they may be going to school. So outside of that, if they have a religion, even if they have a religion, it's incremental growth in that, because it's a hierarchy structure, and you ain't getting bigger or beyond your leader. Whatever they tell you to do and what you need to be studying, you need to fall in line. So there's not going to be any exponential growth in that. We're a people who deliberately studies each and every day in each and every way. This is a science of life. We're dedicated to knowing each and every day. So by the nature of that, we're growing in ways every day that it may take a person 10 years to grow. Because we're very deliberate about that. We're deliberate about what we study and research, not because we're getting a grade at school or because we're going to get a raise at work. Even if that would be the case, we're still studying outside of that. Most people are not putting in time and dedicating study of learning who they are and their relationship to all things around them. Most people is not doing that. That's very rare. And because we're invested in that way, we're growing exponentially. We're learning things that it may take a person a lifetime to learn. You know, think about you getting involved in cinematography and then being a documentarian for our nation. You know, prior to you doing that, I know that you had to put in time to actually learn and develop, and you're always doing that. That is a part of your life.
Right.
Some people, they may not think about that until they make up their mind they want to go to school to do it, and then when they're doing it in that capacity, that growth is linear or incremental, because they have to take these classes, they have to be introduced to different components at a time. Not to say that that's a negative thing, it's just to say that that's linear growth. You know what I'm saying? You took a totally different path. You know what I'm saying? Which has allowed you to excel or ascend beyond where an average person would be at. And all of us is a 5%. Any one of us could be on Jeopardy at the drop of a dime and be able to just smash the average person that's on Jeopardy, as much as we study and learn and research. You know what I'm saying? We live like that. And I think some people take that for granted, you know, when they consider what knowledge of self actually is. It's like we are. I think about things that I learned last year, just a year ago, and the things that I've accomplished, the things that I've learned just in 365 days is like, that can literally take a person a lifetime. Things that you've done within a year, that can take a person a lifetime, you know? So when we're engaging the average person, the 85% or the 10%, it's like, it's important, like I was mentioning earlier, that we strive to understand as opposed to expecting to be understood. Because the things that you're doing are amazing in the mind of an average person that may have never thought that they're capable of doing that. They may think that they have to go to 10 years of school to do what you're doing so well. You know what I'm saying?
And this is self-taught.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Inf Mega did this.